What's up, guys? Ben here bringing you another video today. This is a weird one. I didn't really want to do a video on this, but everybody's talking about things that have happened last 48 hours, so I guess I'm hopping on the bandwagon. It is what it is. Let's talk about this whole Doug Sensor Martin hacking tool sort of thing that's going on, where I think this is going to end, how we got here. Let's dive into the whole thing because there's a lot to discuss. All right, so from my understanding of sort of the events of the last let's say a week or so, at least from what I can gather on Doug's stream last night, he got hit up by this guy. I guess we'll call him X. I guess his alias sometimes is Booing. And basically, like, they connected, and this guy told Doug, hey, like, I got this data or access to this cheat provider website. Do we want to do and build a tool so that we can go and expose people that are cheating? And obviously, if you're in Doug's shoes, thinking about Doug's motivations on all of this, you're obviously going to say yes. So this guy built this tool. We were doing an episode of Flank. We're recording this Thursday morning. We did the episode Tuesday night. We did our thing, and then by the sort of end of the show, Doug came on to sort of talk about this tool, and he came on with a video of it sort of running as sort of a proof of concept, I guess. And from my understanding of sort of how this works, because I'm a little confused on, not necessarily on the like technical side of it, because I kind of understand the tech side. I'm just a little confused mechanically on sort of truthfully how it works. You put a name in, it checks a database or fractions of a database, or it checks a live database. I can't quite figure out from what the guy was saying of which is the actual truth. It looks to see if there's a name. If the name is there, it exports a PNG listing their Activision ID, their alias, and like their membership to this website. So all of that went down. On the show, I was like asking a bunch of questions because personally for me, like I kind of understand sort of the momentum on this, but I'm a little skeptical that this isn't just kind of for show. So they answered the questions. I still didn't get quite a few answers, but okay, like it is what it is. I basically try to get them to the point of, hey, like, if you're going to make this tool, right, it's cool that you've got a video of it running, but like for this thing to actually like be a part of the conversation, it needs to be out there, it needs to be open source accessible. Anyone can use it. Anyone can prove that the results are valid. So we're not just kind of using this for nefarious purposes. All right. So Doug put out a video Wednesday afternoon. Again, I'm recording this Thursday morning, basically saying, hey, I'm going to go live. We're talking about this tool, going to debut it. He then like started some drama with Nadia, which whole another video we got to do, but it's a little bit of impression farming. I'm personally sort of tired of all the Nadia stuff, but I didn't want to waste the energy on it in this video. I think that needs a whole separate thing to cover, but he's basically sort of hyping up the stream he's going to do Wednesday night where he's going to expose all these cheaters. So then around like East Coast dinner time, he went live, and let's talk a little bit about the stream and sort of what happened. And to be honest, what happened is really not much. Doug ran the same video again, kind of explained how it worked. And then everyone's like, cool, can you like find examples of other people that are on this? And we didn't really get an answer. It seemed like the tool wasn't working. It seemed like the guy who created the tool was sort of not home. He walked through sort of the Nadia beef. He was in a call with a bunch of people. They were saying like, oh, the tool's not working. We've got to edit the script. A lot of people were tuning in. They're expecting names to get exposed, and like nothing really happened. I think like Doug said that a couple of these like random rank play people were cheating, but I think like this kind of gets to sort of the surface of I think a couple of issues here. Issue one is at the end of the day, people just want to expose these big Warzone streamers who are supposedly not the VPN stuff, which is again a whole separate issue and sort of like very much on the gray line of I guess what you define as cheating. They want to like expose people that foot pedal in Warzone, people that use red boxes, like hardcore cheaters that are making thousands of dollars on Twitch. Like that's what people generally want to see from the audience, which is fair. I think Doug's coming at it from that end, and also, you know, he's grinding rank play, wants to be number one. So exposing some of these smaller individuals who are rank play grinders, I kind of see why Doug's in the mix on this. But for everyone that tuned in yesterday, I was expecting like Nadia to get exposed, or like, I don't know, like Biffle's a cheater, which he's definitely not. Like they didn't really get that angle. So I think there's a lot of like pent up frustration on that point. I think for me and kind of like where I was going on the show on Tuesday and sort of like my sort of thought process on this is, look, I think it's awesome that we're trying to expose cheaters. I think it's really important that we weed out our community of people that are untrustworthy, taking advantage of the community, making money off the community. Like all that is a great endeavor to me. My problem is we're going in some unsavory ways about, I think, how this will be executed. Look, in order for this thing to work, this tool has to be 100% open source. People need to be able to verify that this tool is checking the information on hackers from a legitimate source and verifying that. And it's not entirely for show, because you know what's going to happen is someone's going to have a beef against someone, show, hey, the tool ran and this person got exposed. Here's their information. It's in a video, and they're going to post it on social media. And if someone else has access to the tool, they may say, hey, this actually is not true, but that doesn't matter. If we've learned anything about how misinformation works on the internet, at the minute that you send that tweet or that video out, it's going to get shared a million times. And then now the burden of proof is on the person that actually has to defend themselves from an unfair accusation, as opposed to the person that's making the accusation with fake information. So I'm really worried about that. Look, maybe that's sort of a 1 in a million situation, but like I see this happening with some nasty kid who's coming up in challengers. Some top AMs have beef with this person. They try to cut him down at the knees, even though he's not actually cheating. My sort of second piece into this is I just feel like it's feeding into this sort of massive sort of fantasy of exposing Warzone cheaters. Even Doug said on stream that like this tool doesn't actually really go at the Warzone cheat providers. So I don't even think we're anywhere close to, say, exposing Nadia for cheating or anything like that. So look, on my end, I'm going to continue to monitor the situation and report back like if anything else happens. But at the moment, basically where we're at is Doug got this tool commissioned. It exists. It maybe works. It maybe doesn't. We've seen a video proof of concept. We saw Doug stream in front of like 12K viewers yesterday. Obviously, I respect the hustle out of him, but at the moment, like we haven't seen any big names exposed. We're just sort of waiting for the next steps here. And I think that's really on Doug to work with whoever he commissioned to get this tool to get that out there so people can validate that it's real and not just a whole thing for show. Let me know in the comments what you all think. Like, I'm sure you guys are super into all of this drama. So let me know kind of your thoughts and I'll respond to a few comments. As always, guys, like these videos. If you're a fan, subscribe to the channel. I got a couple of interesting videos coming out this week. We're going to talk about a few interesting developments over the last week or so in competitive Call of Duty that are not related to hacking. I'm just finishing up the sourcing on that now, so those videos will be going live later this weekend, and we'll also start our interview show next week. I'm excited to actually announce the date and the first guest, so stay tuned to this channel and my Twitter account for more information on that front. I'm excited to get that show going for you and off the ground. And as always, guys, I'll see you on the next one.